Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole... What? Huh? Don't scare Pom-Pom like that! What does the letter... It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Gustav?
Unlikely. If the
Why don't you show Dan Hong the letter?
Huh? What is it? There's no signature. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. Huh? Oh, I'm just... Let me hold on to the letter. Just as I thought. There was... But if he didn't send the letter... Maybe I should make a trip to the Cedar.
Oh, we meet again. After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine force. Relax, you needn't be so cautious. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me.
Huh?
I've got my work. Well, if it isn't done...
Greetings. I need to speak to the general.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility.
That won't be necessary.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't...
I can't say that I know her.
You don't remember her? That is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the weak. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some, her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Luofu.
Imbibitor, since you traveled all this way. Or should I call you by your name in this life? When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales. I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then...
Memories of my past life are like shattered glass.
I can't remember. The Vidyadhara rebirth normally erases all memory. If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end. And
so, you also wish to restore...
I have no intent. I returned to the Luofu, so I did, however, have one request before the trial. Jing Yuan has always been an understand.
So,
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like...
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes.
For security?
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanators, and according to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with... You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Your behavior truly is puzzling.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Lawcha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the... Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well...
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you...
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to However, at present, you have the opportunity to...
She told me that the High Cloud, the unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the five of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your... You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing.
We can head out now.
Have you mistaken yourself?
I would make a... Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to start...
The young are the antidote.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate.
Young man.
By Hung.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain.
Imbibitor Lunae.
I...
But you've learned... Well, that's all in the past now.
Huh? You mean the...
Yes. The sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the... As for procuring a star skiff...
I see. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits left.
Lance,
Wait a minute.
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Who goes there?
Wait a minute. In lunar flame.
We've arrived. All ship production is just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate stars. I remember now.
You like to read?
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training.
That's right. But
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time she made
indeed, her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events. Inauspicious ones, at least. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were luck is a type of strength, after all.
Ha! That'll do it. The starskiff assembly line has been activated. The starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long. See, the star...
After being away from the Lawfu,
So...
in the end, I do not think the detail. In Bibiter Lunae,
The Abundance Emanator, Shu Hu, rallied a great army and
you seem to be still. All of that was erased. After Shu Hu attacked the borders, let me refresh your memory. During that battle, she charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shu Hu for the Cloud Knights. Giving up one's life, you couldn't accept that Bai Heng was gone. There is no need to respond. Bai Heng, I've brought your flagon. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmare. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my... Let's go. The artisan ship. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely...
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and...
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door?
The Lawfu's delves are big places. Besides, Some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign.
Young man, why don't we continue?
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless
You go on ahead this time.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I... Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Like you never forgot.
Lance forward!
Later moonlight.
Come on already. What took you so...
Don't get anxious, Imbibiter Lunae. We have all the time in the world. This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibiter Lunae, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
A miracle!
Time to say bye. Boom.
Watch the face! To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Lance forward!
Stand still. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. Relax. You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnate, but you cannot run from combat. Combat is like smelting, purging. Those are the words of the one who made. Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was...
This spear is...
When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the... When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting at first. I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to...
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply... Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever...
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long.
Of course he's still alive. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him... We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living being, what do you think should be done to put an end to it?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that
under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights can take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. So, in order to sever Yao, your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She is... I apologize, General. I'm...
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the... and... the purpose.
General. You said it yourself.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jinyu. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission.
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. Patience, young man. We're not far from...
Dunhung?
Miss Bailu.
Oh, I see. Are you here?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past, and...
Those Simpa? Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. Please wait. Your friend here, her pulse is extremely faint.
She...
Let the heat... your friend's situation is unique. She... I've never seen anything like it.
Today's her last...
What a shame. If she could stay for... I'll do my best. No matter what I am, come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. I'm sorry. Ever since the Dunhung, you mind coming with me?
Are you in trouble,
No.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away! When did so many...
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, dragon.
Time to say bye. Boom.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Relax.
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
Later tonight.
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Stand still.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The call... apologies again for the delay. This...
Very well.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. You don't seem to...
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in, and yet I still have
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical...
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my... All I have left are the sword in my hand. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. By the way, among...
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xian...
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious...
He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood, though from the...
Well then, it would seem... Take this man away.
Yancheng.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the high... If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become... Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing. Of 5 people, Imbibiter Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist. As for Jing Liu, the sinner, she succumbed to Now it is time we pay for Dan Heng. You can never escape the shadow of Imbibiter Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory High Cloud Quint. A wineless gathering. Jing Yuan.
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed, but in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, no matter, I will deviate if you...
Wait. Jing Liu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more, the immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure
He did. But you...
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me...
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a... We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling, almost as if you used the sword Insing crafted. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this display. It's as if they're saying, I know that you... Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. Why? Why does someone like her have to be buried in the end? You unleashed the final piercing blow, the miraculous thing. Like when we drank to drown ourselves.
Imbibiter Lunae.
Once this got...
The Express won't be able to carry... I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the loft. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deep. Maybe when I witnessed the fall of the moon shines on the truth.
All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. Who you are is a question that'll... Even if the Preceptor's interference... Yes.
Dunhung, the general one... I understand. I have some close friends of my own in the cloud. Goodbye for now, Dunhung.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit.
Neither of us can end the other's life.
Elio's script still I don't mind prolonging my vengeance.